What's up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat, and we're here today playing another round of Dawn of War 2. Where we had left off, we had finished off the remaining Orc forces here on Typhon Primaris, and we had run into some Eldar, had a little bit of trouble, but all in all, things had worked out. The shifty elves weren't able to make any type of problem for us. Let's go back to planet Calderis, though, because there's been some kind of problem.
I need you to return to Calderis as soon as possible. Bad Zappa's orcs have gathered for another major strike against the planetary capital. I have organized a defense, but our initiates will not be able to hold back the horde for very long. Without your support, I fear Calderis will fall.
Alright, well I didn't know we were going to get storyline in between here and there, but it appears to be so. Let's jump straight on in, and let's go back to Calderis. There we are, and we've got a defense mission of some sort, and that's going to give us another opportunity to snatch another foundry, which is always so tempting. Just hand all up in the cookie jar in the most ambiguous of senses. Back through the purple tingle gate, on our way with our weird bird-looking ship, and there we are. Alright, so we've got another purple-hued mission here.
Commander, Mech Bad Zappa and his orcs are set to overrun Argus, the planetary capital. If they do so, all of Calderis will fall. I have set up a defense at the city gates, but the initiates and space marines there need your support. You will drop south of their position and drive north to secure the gates. I have taken a few space marines to the east and have cut off the orcs' main approach. Calderis must not fall, Commander.
On top of that, we're going to snag that other foundry out here. We were just going to grab that thing and just rub it all over ourselves. Just, this is our foundry. It's going to stink like axe and man juice when we get done with it. Now, I think I already applied everything that needs to be applied here for the remainder of our troops. I will have you know that at this point, any stupid actions that I take, I can't blame on my ear infection anymore, because it's gone. The last 6 episodes were all recorded in one sitting with me just feeling just green at the gills. I probably shouldn't have done it, but I am feeling better now, which is a good thing. Let's go ahead and do the mission. This one I don't... Actually, I remember most of the other missions that we took on, but I don't remember this one at all. Getting a little bit of the background here on Davian Thule as the Blood Ravens captain. I jumped onto the Blood Ravens wiki for a little bit and was just kind of reading about him because I like to know the background of all the different troops that I play with, especially when it comes to playing like salamanders or anything of that nature. And they actually have kind of a weird backstory that kind of, well, it smells a little bit like Games Workshop was like, we need to make this work, so let's do it. But beyond that, they have a mysterious past. I would definitely recommend checking it out. It's a little unique.
I think we threw a greedy thing.
What? You kids can't do anything right! I'll have to fix it myself!
It's never good when you throw a geary thing. And so down they go, and we're almost already suppressed. That's fun. Let me take a look here and figure out where everybody's at. Let's get Boss Man out here, get him going. Let's put Tarkus into position. And with our scouts, actually, no, I like this position right here. Let's put Avitus right here, maybe. And we will shift the TAC Marines in right there. Leomond, of course, will run on in here and try and cause any trouble that he can. Then we'll put everybody else back into cover as best as possible. We're going to be getting hit from the sides right here, but we do seem to have people suppressed. I'm actually going to put the commander on them, just to make sure that nothing goes wrong over here. We've got this front pretty much taken care of. Scouts are going to fall back to avoid any melee coming across for them, and hopefully Avitus and his guys will be able to clear them out. And they're just going to charge right back into melee, even though I told them not to. It happens sometimes. Understandable. We grab the Blade of Eulias, and also Grim Silence, which looks like it's for our scouts, and it comes with a bitchin' ass cape, which you can never have enough cape. I firmly and completely disagree with the Incredibles. Every outfit needs a cape. It's mandatory. How could you ever resist a super awesome cape? Let's put the Force Commander. We've got okay cover right there. Let me see what we've got over here. I don't know what we're going to run into, so let's put the Force Commander in that yellow cover right there. Tarkus, we'll try and sneak him in as best we can into that little smidgen. Ah, never mind. Let's put Tarkus right there then, and then we'll have him run out and see if he can get into a fight with Mech Bad Zappa here. We'll get Avitus into position a little bit further back. Oh, and we've got Storm Boys coming in, but they missed. So this should be okay. I need to give him How did he double jump like that? That's a little shady.
Commander, that orc is heading to lead an attack on the town gates. Pursue and eliminate him.
Well, I wish we had a bit more line of sight because it makes it very difficult to plan where I want to put people. And this is a big wide open area, which makes me just several different shades of nervous. I suppose I'll put... I mean, I have scouts. I'm talking about how I don't have line of sight when I've got scouts right here. Just put derp. I could just drop them on in here using their stealth. Zoom out a little bit further so you guys can get a better view. They're pretty far behind anyways. Let's have the Devastators. I don't know. We'll put them in this light cover over here. And then let's stealth these guys out for just a moment. And we'll have a look around to see what's up this way. And we've got a group of scouts getting jumped. Let's go ahead and bring Tarkus on in here, and then we'll have Avitus swing out this way. And these gents can probably get away with sneaking into that cover right there. We'll help this position out in just a moment. I don't want to pop them out before I have to. And so we'll get into a nice little ranged gun battle here. They already took out the... yeah, they already got rid of that. We do have predators and things deployed here, which is going to be pretty... that's pretty good.
All of Calderas goes with it. You must prevent the orcs from breaching the city gates. Drive the orcs back.
Alright, so it sounds like this is going to be our deployment for the rest of the mission. Let me see if there's any better position I can take here. Let's get... yeah, let's definitely get Tarkus in right there. Let's see if while there's a bit of chaos over here, we can actually get ourselves into a better position. Those aren't my scouts, so I'm not going to worry about shifting them just yet. Let's get the commander into place. God, they're trying to rush the gates. Alright, well, that'll be alright. Let's maybe shift them this way then. I just can't have them all up in here. Force commander should be able to run the remainder of these guys out. Avitus is holding down right here along with the scouts. They should be okay. They have absolutely no cover, so we should be more or less fine right here.
Commander, tarantula sentry guns are ready to deploy. Relay positions and they will drop in to bolster your defense.
Understood.
Give me better cover. Give me better cover. Davian Thule wills it. There it is. A little bit better cover. He's kind of sticking out on the edge like a sore thumb, but what can you do? Deploy a defensive turret here. You have no choice. Very well. Make it so. Deploying tarantula turret. And there it is for the Emperor and all that. All that fun finery. Well, with the Force Commander, let's get him out here front and center. Our scouts, I don't know, we're a little... there's no position here that I like, unfortunately. Deploy another one right here. Alright, well, there you go. I suppose I don't have much of a choice, but what I can do is actually, where's Tarkus at? Tarkus, let's drop some of your tarantulas in here too. Let's put a tarantula like right there. We'll have him deploy really quickly. And then once we have that down... we've got an okay... oh, they want another one right there. Alright, well, we'll put one right there. We've got so many tarantulas at this point that it should be a fairly easy ordeal getting this all handled.
Tactical squad repositioning.
Where the hell are my scouts? Are they still... oh, they're over here. Alright. Well, I'm gonna let the nameless troops over here just kind of bear the brunt of this for now. Not gonna stress myself out too heavily, especially since they're occupying a lot of the cover. The tarantula guns should be able to wrap most of that up. Once these guys go down, we'll kind of shift in and handle it. Force Commander, let's get him out here so that we can use him for anybody that tries to make a run on us. Namely, these guys right here. That grenade was way off center. I hope that won't hit my guys. It might or it may not. I said as they all run towards there. Over here, tarantula guns seem to be handling the deal. And let me have my Force Commander bust them up a little bit. I really don't see any point in wasting my troops while these guys are all in the front line. There's a little charge. We'll get another charge in here. Very, very nice. And before he gets himself suppressed, let's go ahead and fall back a tad. These guys can call in a airstrike over here, although it might hit my own guys. Never mind. Not gonna risk that one. I don't think they're necessarily pushing through. I think they're probably killing the scouts that are out here because the scouts kind of suck. Let's get our scouts into that position. They seem to be coming in a little bit hotter and heavier from the top. Oh, not you. You, sir, down there. And these gents, let's get them a little bit further forward. They'll be in light cover, but it'll probably turn out okay. Let's have Force Commander get over here and help out some of the noobs. Ooh, and he's suppressed now. That's fun. Well then, let's have maybe shifting forward to there would flank them. Maybe put us in a little bit better of a position. These guys are occupying the best cover for the area right now, which makes me nervous about sending them out any further. I'll keep the Force Commander in here, just kind of doing his duty, throwing down, fighting as best he can. But like I said, these aren't my units, so they aren't my problem. I mean, technically, they're battle brothers. You know how it goes. But at the same time, they're not under my direct control, so I'm not going to concern myself. In fact, I just destroyed their cover because I'm that kind of douchebag. That's what I do. I'm a cover-annihilating jerkface.
You lot have made a mess of all me plans! I don't appreciate that!
That was kind of cordial for an orc. I don't appreciate that very much. Can I actually capture this right now while everybody else is doing stuff? Let me try it, because we don't have that, and I don't think I'm going to have to use most of these units for the next little bit. Let's turn on his heroic mode. Ooh, and he's throwing grenades out. Alright. And he's got force fields, too. That's kind of a... well, maybe that's an orcish tactic. I don't know. Let's shift everybody forward now so that they can all put fire on this guy. Cover doesn't matter too much anymore once the bosses tend to be around. And as I say that, they'll probably bring out some big old choppers pretty soon or something of that nature to drive me back. But for now, I need to focus some fire, as our strength is largely based in ranged attacks. That's where I'd prefer to keep it going. And there we go. Now we're getting a little bit of damage done. He's knocked us back, and I think he's probably going to focus on these guys for now. Hopefully that shield power or whatever from us hitting it. Put him back in hero mode. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not really sure what happened right there, but I'm going to try and keep people back as far as possible. Get on up and out of there. Whoa, alright. Well then. That actually, they should probably make the ring reflect how large that's gonna be, because that was a little deceitful there. That was like I would have moved had I known it was gonna be that damn large. Let me get Force Commander back in here. And what I'm gonna do is let's get a little bit of a heal going. Get these guys up out of the way. Oh, and I thought maybe I could shoot that, but I don't appear to be able to target it. I'll try again in just a minute, but let me get everybody back in and behind cover as best we can. Did you guys capture that? Or is it just like sitting there? Well, I hope you captured it. Let me put some sniper rounds on him. And I'd throw grenades in, but I don't want to hit Leomond with them. As soon as sniper rounds back up, we'll fire another one at him. Although this time... what am I getting knocked back by? I don't even see a graphic at this point. I just see cracked earth. Take another sniper shot there. And yeah, you see that giant chunk that the sniper shot took out. It's great for focusing fire. I very much like that ability. We'll put him back in heroic mode just in time. Unfortunately, I popped that just a moment too late. It makes him immune to knockback, but I was hoping to do a little bit better. Those aren't my guys, so I can't command him, and he should be down right about now. There he goes.
Oh, that's much too big an O to be in an orc like me.
Thule to all Blood Ravens. Prepare for emergency extraction to the Armageddon. We are facing far more than orcs or Eldar.
Commander, Captain Thule needs your aid. Deploy to his position immediately.
Alright, so we're on the road again. I guess we must have already had this captured. I thought that it said we hadn't gotten the Foundry here, but I guess we did. Either that or it just auto-caps it for us during the course of this mission. Let's get Force Commander up front. And let's just get everybody else grouped up. I want everybody rank and file right now, getting ready for whatever might be coming down the line. We've got a thin bridge right here. I don't like crossing things like this. This is a kill zone right here. Let me grab my scouts and we'll move forward. Be a little sneaky. I know that isn't really the Space Marines' forte, but I'm going to apply it the best I can. Yeah, that's what I was a tad worried about. There are a lot of orcs down in here. And there's no real cover for us to engage from. Going up and around this way, can we even go? No, it's blocked off. We have to take this bridge. Oh god. Well, it looks like we've got a nice little grouping of nids here. And wow, they made quick work of the orcs.
What were those things?
A foe far deadlier than orcs or Eldar, Thaddeus.
Well, we'll bring them out, and they should be able to handle... Yeah, last couple little nids there. Shouldn't be a giant problem. They popped over that ridge like crazy style, so let's make sure we have people set up here. Just ready to cause mayhem if they need to. Yeah, it looks like this CP is going to be the main point at which we're going to engage. Put him in hero mode right now so that he can't get knocked back, and so that he's dealing knockbacks. Wow, that little group got annihilated. That's good, though. That's good. They'll probably get worse. Let's move Tarkus up first. We'll get Avitus up in here. Force Commander will take the lead, and we'll actually send the scouts up with him, too. Because why not? We can do that, right? We might also consider capturing the CP if we can. No, I don't want to do that with Avitus just yet, or Tarkus. Well, yeah, let's do it. Let's get everybody over here, because as soon as they finish with that little group of Space Marines over here, they're going to rapidly come after us, and they are displacing and falling back like madmen, but I want this CP before I go any further into the fray. Maybe I'll line up my heavy gunners here, my devastators, just to help out a tad. We'll move the Tackies forward, and we've taken that, so let's get him out here to fight with their range. We'll take Leomond. He's going to fight with their ranged units. Hopefully not annihilating that cover, though. That's the big problem, is sometimes he unexpectedly charges, and it wipes out the cover that you're trying to claim for yourself.
There he is! Commander, I ordered all of you to extract, not to run to your death.
Yeah, well, that's part of being a Space Marine. Nobody left behind. We're not known for our subtlety or for, well, we listen to orders pretty well, but our subtlety definitely is something to be desired. Those nids appear to have run straight past us. Force Commanders out here just causing mayhem. Let's get them into position at the bare minimum. Avitus and his boys should be able to hold back that back flank. Let's get the scouts moved up.
That is a Tyranid spore.
Oh no. Well then. Let me just deploy everything I can at this point. Maybe call in an artillery strike up there. And that should wipe out. There we go. Get some damage done.
Captain Thule!
Well, Captain Thule just got dragged out behind the barn.
The warrior beast is getting away!
Captain Thule, get to Captain Thule.
We have Captain Thule.
Thunderhawk.
Wow, that got really nasty really fast.
Thunderhawks 3 and
And I'll have you know I didn't give that order for them to move forward. They kind of did it on their own with the storyline, I guess. Yeah, that was...
To the next battle.
God, what a nasty blob. The joy of fighting Tyranids. We got a melt-a-bomb. What that's going to be useful for is we use it to wipe out tanks and things of that nature. So if we end up coming against like orc trucks, battle wagons, anything of that nature, we can throw that sucker on there. It'll melt right through it. Think of it as like a thermite grenade. Just melt straight through the hull of everything. Everybody stayed conscious, which is good. Speed, we actually did fairly well there. And we earned ourselves a free deployment, luckily enough. Although I don't know if that comes as a free deployment along with the mission. And we got a big old bumper crop of loot, which I'm pretty happy about. I like loot. Who doesn't like loot? Everybody loves loot.
We face our darkest hour. Captain Thule has fallen to aliens who have escaped retribution. A massive hive fleet looms over our recruiting worlds. But this battle is not over.
Fun, fun, fun.
Get Captain Thule to the apothecary. Hurry!
Calm yourself, Thaddeus. Gordian is already at work.
Commander, I am Apothecary Gordian, Chief of Genomedicine aboard the Armageddon. Captain Thule still lives, but he is in grave condition. Many of his vital organs and implants were destroyed, and an alien poison is attacking surviving tissues. I have placed Captain Thule in stasis to halt the poison's progress, but as of now, I have no means to counteract its effects.
Gordian had better prepare himself for more of us to require his tending.
You fear the aliens, Cyrus?
I know no fear, Avitus, but I am no fool. Those were tyrannids, alien monsters who strip worlds of all life. There are billions of them, and only a handful of us.
Have you faced these things before, Cyrus?
Once, a long time ago, when I served in the Death Watch. We are going to need all the help we can get to face this infestation. Even then, we will probably fail.
Commander, with your permission, I will attempt to raise the nearest of our chapter fleets. This may take some time, however. In the meantime, we need to secure Typhon before the rest of the Tyranid swarm arrives. Otherwise, our supply lines will be devastated. There is an Eldar raiding party that continues to wreak havoc on our defenses on Typhon. We should return to Typhon and eliminate those Eldar.
Typhon, Typhon, Typhon. I feel like he just really wanted to say Typhon a lot right there. It's a cool word. Typhon's fun. It's like quark or noodle. Fun words to say, but at the same time. Let's take a look at our units right here. Then we'll jump back out through the purple tingly gate and we'll do our thing. Let's see what kind of loot we have, though, to distribute. We got Righteous Wisdom, which is a two-handed level 5 bolter. Can I make him purely ranged? I bet I can. But we'll save that for Tarkus, I think. Let me see what Tarkus is doing. Oh, he's only using the improved bolter. So, yeah, let's go ahead and give him the Righteous Wisdom. 11.4 DPS. Yeah, that's a double DPS increase for him. Very cool. All right, he's got to give us a little demonstration. I do the same thing, but mostly when I get like Oreos or like cookies, and instead of firing them, it's more like it's more of like a demonstration of me shoving them into my mouth, but it's the same concept. Other things that we could possibly give him. I don't think anybody leveled up right there. Yeah, nobody got a level. That was a short engagement. Grim Silence. That'll increase our scout sight range. I think I'll probably throw that on them. Plus, it'll give them a cape. And everyone exudes more authority when wearing a cape. It doesn't matter who you are. Like M. Bison, for example. Dude's got a cape. He just commands authority. Let's throw that on them. Yep, that is the most awesome thing that I have ever seen in this game, which is kind of a specific circumstance. And then he gets an X and a skull on his knee pads. Cool armor, though. Oh, he's got a badass kind of... he's got kind of a noob Cybot thing going on right there, like a Sub-Zero mask. That's pretty sick. I'll take it. Other things that we want to look at. Do we pick up anything? You can actually equip him with bolters? Really? You can get rid of his Devastator. Ah, that's weird that you can get rid of his heavy bolter. Odd. I've never heard of a Devastator group with anything other than like heavy weapons, but you know, more power to them. Maybe I'm completely unversed. Like I always say, I don't really play Space Marines. I read their manual way back in the day, but I think that was about it. I'm going to let him keep his accuracy. It would be tempting to put Melt-A-Bombs on somebody. If we ever come up against a tank, we do have the Signum, which will allow us to call down that artillery strike that we used against the Tyranids, and that should clear out any heavy armor that we end up going up against, but the Melt-A-Bomb is really the more direct approach. It's more of a scalpel. This kind of wipes out everything in the entire area. The Melt-A-Bomb would allow us to put down the tank specifically, assuming we have anybody else close. I'm semi-tempted to remove the Parable of the Lion from Cyrus and have him take the Melt-A-Bomb so that he can sneak in on tanks. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to have him sneak in on tanks when the time requires it and throw the Melt-A-Bomb on it because I don't think the Demolition Charge will actually destroy a tank. I don't remember. I haven't tried it in a long, long time, but from what I remember, this thing blows up buildings, the Melt-A-Bomb takes out vehicles, and the grenades that we have on Tarkus take out normal infantry troops. We have a sniper rifle or the Death Touch. Okay, so they don't have anything to sacrifice. Let's get rid of that for XP. We'll get rid of the sniper rifle for XP. And everything else might be for units that haven't quite leveled up enough already. That's for Thaddeus. We haven't leveled Thaddeus at all. Maybe you guys can fill me in. I don't know if it's wise in this game to ever level up everybody, like swap people out, or if it's going to be detrimental in the long range to use too many different groups of units. I don't know if I should hyper-focus on one. The min-maxer inside of me makes me think that I should hyper-focus on a group of 4 and then just leave the others to rot. But if you guys know differently, let me know down in the comments. I'm going to record this one along with the next couple episodes, but I don't really know if it's a wise thing to do to bring different units to different situations. Some games punish you for doing that, and some games reward you for doing it, and it's difficult to tell which games are going to do what before it's too late. Especially, I don't have the benefit of hindsight. I've played this game very, very little. Other things that we might sacrifice, we can get rid of the improved bolt pistol. So there's that. Get everybody, there we go, Force Commander leveled up. What else can, oh, the plasma gun has come out, as well as the heavy flamer. The plasma gun's interesting. The plasma gun, from what I remember, hits a lot harder, but fires a lot slower. It's sort of like a, well, I'm not even going to call it, it's almost like a bolt-action rifle by comparison to like a carbine, for example. It hits a lot harder, the bullet is a lot more damaging, and I think it hurts vehicles too, from what I remember. But it's been a while. I could be absolutely and completely wrong. Let's see here. It says Specialist Issue weapon is slower firing than a bolter, but able to damage any target type. Yeah, that's what I figured. It hurts like everything, which makes it a bit more useful. Taking a look at the armors here that we can swap out. We have superior power armor. To hell with that. We'll just throw that to the librarium. Let's level him up a tad further. He becomes highly resistant to knockdown, but that has a little bit of a conflict of interest because we already have Battle Cry. Makes me a tad nervous to get 2 abilities that are essentially doing the same thing. One gives immunity, but it's on a cooldown and it's only for a limited amount of time. I can trigger it whenever I want, though. It's usually fairly easy to tell when knockback's going to become an issue. Or we can just continue giving him as much health as possible. I don't really know. We can give him a heavy bolter down the line if we give him some range. That's kind of an interesting thing. I've never heard of a Force Commander using heavy bolters, but that's kind of a cool thing. I think I'm going to work him towards the next thing in melee for now. Give him a bit more melee skill. The next ability makes him strike with Explosive Fury. I don't remember what that ability does, but I do think it probably does something badass. It gets towards the middle of the tree, and the stuff as you get further and further in tends to get a lot better. Let's think about maybe giving him... He doesn't have any commander items just yet. I do want to increase his loadout, so maybe in the next go, his next 2 levels, maybe we'll try and get him another loadout slot, so maybe we can give him a parable or an oath, or even like an extra grenade might be nice, or something that he could use in point blank as a utilitarian item. He has Tartarus right now. That is giving him bonus damage to orcs and damage resistance. The Gladius of Tenacity, which we picked up in the last mission, is going to increase his damage resistance by 1.2% for 30 seconds. That's interesting. For sustained combat, that would be a lot better. It also gives him a pretty tangible DPS increase, 38.5 versus 34.5. But the all-around 10 melee damage resistance is a temptation too. What was this? Is this all damage? All damage resistance. Okay, so that's resistance to everything. I think I'll go with that for now. Let's go ahead and snap that in. It's got a badass gold handle and also a pretty killer skull eagle type deal on the side, or a condor, or whatever the hell that is. It's badass. A falcon. There we go. We'll go with the falcon, but it's cool looking irregardless. We will throw out the superior bolt pistol to get a bit more XP. That'll level up Tarkus. We'll also think about getting rid of the armor of purgation, maybe. That does lower our... That's a really good melee item. It might be worth holding on to equip on Thaddeus in the future, just in case we end up falling back on him. Make him a little bit more resilient to the kind of damage he's going to be taking. Tartarus, he's not high enough level to use Tartarus yet. I just don't know what to do with Thaddeus right now. Part of me wants to get outside the box and use him, but maybe you guys will enlighten me as to whether you're able to use different units in this game without being penalized in the endgame for not hyper-focusing. Let me know. Maybe I'll try him out in the next mission or two. Everybody else is looking like they're right about where they should be. There we go. Avitus and Tarkus have leveled up. Taunt, not going to focus on that. Let's just continue just bruisering through with his maximum. I'm going to try and just make him my long-range dude. We are stacking a pretty heavy long-range team, and I may give him a little bit of melee aptitude in the future just in case he gets caught in a clipping fire, or he gets caught in a charge or anything like that, as he seems to do. But other than that, I do like everything else that he has going for him. That's only usable by Avitus, so we're going to take a look at those as soon as we get to leveling up Avitus here. His next ability is going to be Terminator honors. Ah, that's kind of a nice ability. That'd be pretty cool. Although I've heard that the Terminator armor is rare and also lackluster from some of you guys. I've gotten a few emails and I've gotten some comments talking about how the Terminator armor sucks in the long game. So maybe that is the case. I don't really know what to talk about there. Focus fire might be nice. Sure-footed. Keeps them from being knocked down. And another loadout slot is always a giant temptation. I just don't know what to do with regards to build. Part of me wants to just build a giant snipey squad that we just stay as far away as possible while the Force Commander tanks and do our deal that way, but I don't know how effective that's going to be near the end of the game. I have no idea how rowdy this is going to get and whether it's going to be worthwhile to kind of multitask with everybody or multi-class. I could work him towards Terminator honors. Does everybody have to have Terminator honors to get there? Veteran squad mates. Where are Terminator honors hidden with him, or does he just automatically get them because he's the Force Commander? I don't see Terminator honors hidden anywhere in his list, but I'll look for him a little bit later in between episodes, I think. Maybe I'll work him towards Terminator. I don't know. That's a tough call. He's got pretty low health, but he's always in the back lines. We were building him for range. Let's get him up to improved focus. Like, maybe take him to there, where if we can get him into good cover, he's a butcher. And then we can put him into buildings, and he should just annihilate everything. So let's just throw that in there a little bit further. His range damage is looking pretty sexy right now. Way better than Tarkus's. And that puts us right at 31 minutes. So let me break off this episode. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here in the Nerd Castle for the next episode of our Dawn of War 2 vanilla playthrough. I hope you guys are having fun. I hope I was playing a little bit better today. It's definitely easier now that I don't feel like I'm sitting on top of a spinning top or anything like that. I'll see you guys next time, and take care out there, everybody.